Freaky fun for everyone. Sold separately.
Leonardo, the katana blade.
Attack the evil Inhumanoid, forcing him back into the earth.
Hey, the name's Boglins. You sold separately.
Battle our He-Man and Skeletor each sold separately. You put them out together.
Turn them into the light, and they change into even more powerful.
Battle against Lion-O and the new Thundercat ally.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of That New Toy Smell on the Pop Culture Network. I'm Flava Dave.
And I'm Pixel Dan. We've got another awesome episode for you guys today. First, Dirt's got you over at the Newsdesk with all of the latest toy news pre-Toy Fair.
And then, Dirt's going to take a look at his favorite thing on Earth, more TRON toys. This time, the die-cast toys.
Sweet, sweet. And then after Dirt's review, you can join us over in the fan corner where we answer your forum questions.
So let's take it away, Dirt!
Dirt!
Yeah.
Dirt, it's time to do the news desk.
Yeah, I'm busy.
Dirt, news desk.
No. The 3 3/4 inch movie Green Lantern pre-order with the collectible. This thing, it's back on sale. So hold on a second. I gotta make sure I get mine in.
Yeah, okay, we got news desk.
Yeah. Nobody
Dirt,
cares.
come on.
What? Okay. Hold on. I gotta finish up here. Luckily, I know my credit card number off the top of my head because I've done this before. Okay. So and done. Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the News Desk. And I just once again pre-ordered my 3 3/4 inch Green Lantern movie collectible. Well, you know, this guy. So hopefully they don't cancel it again and I actually get to keep my order in place. But welcome here to the News Desk at That New Toy Smell. Now, some of you we have noticed happen to be Transformers fans. I guess there's 2 or 3 of you out there. So, just wanted to let you know that during the Super Bowl this year, Michael Bay premiered his new movie trailer for Transformers: Dark Side of the Moon. Now, I'm sorry. What's that? Oh, apparently it's Transformers: Dark of the Moon, because that makes sense, but regardless, once that plague had passed by us, IO9.com revealed pictures of the new Optimus Prime from Dark of the Moon. This one, also known as Butterfly Prime. As you can see, he has fairy wings. He likes tea parties. He likes daisies. He likes walks in the park. And he likes being a princess. So, there you go. Good job, Michael Bay, hitting it out of the park once again. Now, another Transformers news, Ain't It Cool news, this week dropped on us these images of characters from the new Transformers Prime toy line. And the in-action figures of the humans aside, I have to say that these robots that turn into vehicles actually look pretty nice. And the cartoon's not half bad either. So this one, I'm going to say you should actually probably pay attention to. Now, packaged images of the 4 Horsemen's Dark Scarabus and Light Scarabus figures were sent to us this week. And these figures will be sold this weekend right now at Toy Fair as part of the Toypocalypse event. If you buy them this weekend, you will get special black or white discs attached to the front of the case. Now, if you can't make it out to Toy Fair and you still want to pick up these figures, you can order them from the 4 Horsemen's own store starting the 19th. Now, these will come with gold discs attached to the front instead of the black or white. But hey, they're going to go for a measly little $100. So if you happen to have a sawbone sitting in your wallet with nothing better to do with it, I mean, let's face it. Nowadays, with the price of gas being, I don't know, $72.95 a gallon, $100 for a couple kick-ass action figures really isn't that bad. So take a look at that, the 4 Horsemen's website starting the 19th. Also, we're going to have 2 pieces of Thundercats news tonight. And I know. I saw how you wrote it there, but that's not really how I wanted to read it. Well, it's Thundercats. I get that, but... All right. And finally, folks, we have here some thunder. Thundercats. Oh! News. Yeah. Icon Heroes have announced their 6-inch Thundercats action figures. These figures will be of Jaga and Jackalman, and they're available now for pre-order. These stactions are cartoon accurate and come in a retro style package. Now, they have interchangeable pieces, and they will ship the third quarter of this year. So anyone out there who thinks they might be a Thundercats fan, and I don't know if anybody out there really is, but if you are, these are probably figures you're going to want to keep. And also, I hear they kind of go with some other stactions that have been released on the market before, so I don't know, you might want to just keep an eye on that. Finally, Pop Culture Shock Collectibles has released a teaser image of their Mum-Ra statue. Now, he's missing a few details. He's not yet approved for production, but quick show of hands. After seeing this picture, who wants one? You don't want one? What's wrong with you? Oh, it's My Little Pony guy. All right, well, those guys exist, so we'll let that one pass. But don't forget, folks, this weekend is Toy Fair in New York, and Pop Culture Network is going to be there. Everyone from That New Toy Smell is going to be covering the event, although some of us here in studio, and some of them will be out there live in the field. So stay tuned right here. Here's all you need to know. Toy Fair, PopCultureNetwork.com, That New Toy Smell, Call Your Mother. What? Oh, that was my note from me. Sorry about that. Thanks for watching, everybody. And now, let's check out a video review of the Tron Legacy die-cast vehicles from what I've heard is one of the greatest reviewers That New Toy Smell has ever seen.
Have I ever mentioned before how much I like Tron?
I love Tron! Tron!
Tron?
Tron 2.0!
Tron?
Tron!
Tron 2.0 for Tron. Tron?
Yes!
Okay, but have I ever mentioned it on the Newsdesk?
Tron Toys! And Tron Toys! Just add Tron Toys! Tron Toys! Tron!
Okay, so I have a bit of a thing for Tron, I'll admit it. And I've been buying a lot of these new toys for Tron Legacy, and I decided maybe it was time to finish out this collection of die-cast vehicles. So today we're going to take a look at all of these die-cast vehicles available from Spin Master. Series 1 consists of Clue's Command Ship, Clue's Light Cycle, Clue's Sentry's Light Cycle, the Recognizer, Sam Flynn's Light Cycle, and the Light Runner, or Tron Car. Now, Clue's Command Ship is shown here on the package flying with the pointy ends forward, as if that's the way it cuts through the sky. But the truth is, that's not actually how it flies in the movie. It actually flies with this small part up front. This is actually where all the guards sit up here, and the back is where Clue actually sits in his command ship. But, hey, I guess it really doesn't matter. You play with it however you want, but that's just really how it's supposed to go. And it is just a big chunk of plastic with no wheels or any sort of articulation to it. Still looks cool, though. Recognizer maintains a lot of his look from the old movie, and it's got these translucent orange parts that look like the energy barriers from the film. Overall, it's a very fun-looking toy and pretty solid feeling. Now, Clue's Light Cycle here is the first light cycle we're going to take a look at. And you can't really tell in this video, but this is a metal frame for the bike, and then plastic pieces glued on top to make out the rest of the body. Altogether, though, he fits together very well, and he looks nice. And you'll notice here that he does have moving wheels. These wheels are actually inlaid into the wheel wells, and they do roll very easily. Now, Clue's Sentry here on his light cycle may look almost identical to Clue, but he is a completely different sculpt. So if you put the two side by side, you would notice some differences between them. And just like Clue, he has those nice rolling wheels, and he rolls very easily as well. Now, Sam Flynn's light cycle looks a lot like Clue's Sentry because it is the exact same one. It's the same sculpt, the same design, the same everything, except this one's painted with a whitish blue tint instead of the orange and yellow tint. But here, if you put them side by side, you can see that they are, in fact, the same toy. Now, Kevin Flynn's light cycle is this nice little mix between the classic light cycle from the original movie and the new light cycles. You can see that exposed wheel in the back with that new type look. And overall, it's a nice looking toy, even though oddly enough, they put a picture of the deluxe 3 3/4 inch vehicle on the box instead of this die-cast toy. But it has a nice round wheel in the front, and it does glide along pretty easily. Now, the Light Runner is affectionately known as the TRON car, and before the movie came out, when they released these toys, you had no idea that it also emitted a light wall. But when you look at this, you can see that it does look a lot like the larger vehicle that you can buy in the scale for the 3 3/4 inch figures. One nice thing about this little car, besides the fact that it rolls as smooth as any Hot Wheels or Matchbox, is that it has this independent suspension in the front here. I'm not sure exactly what you call this little swivel piece on the front of the car, but basically it does move around, and because of the way the wheels move, it can still roll even when you jack it up like this. Once you move beyond the actual vehicles, there are some other accessories. This Target exclusive baton launcher looks like the baton used in the movie to create the light cycles and the jets, and it also comes with its own small vehicle. It's also designed to put the small vehicle inside one end and launch it out across the table. Now, this is a Sam Flynn light cycle, and it is a different sculpt from the other one in the die-cast line. The arms are in a little closer, and you can see that the gear work on the side is different. So even though it is Sam, and it has that same bluish-white tint to it, it is a completely different sculpt. Now, one problem with this baton launcher is the actual launching mechanism for the light cycle. You can see here that one side launches out this extra piece as if it's going to extend out into the light cycle, but the other end doesn't extend out. Instead, when you press the button, it's supposed to open the door and have the light cycle launch out. However, the first time I put it in to load it up, it broke. Now, this recognizer is called a playset for your vehicles, and I guess it's considered a playset because it's more or less in scale with the little light cycles. But really what this is a carrying case. All these different compartments on the recognizer snap open, and you have slots in which you can put your different vehicles. One nice thing about this is that it also comes with its own limited edition light cycle. Now, this light cycle is based on the same sculpt of Sam Flynn that comes in the regular die-cast line. However, this one doesn't have any metal parts. It's all plastic, but you can see that it's from the same basic mold. The one major problem, though, is the wheels. If you take a look at this, you can see that the wheels on this toy don't actually move. They're molded on as part of the complete toy. So, if you had hopes of rolling this around with your other ones, it's just not going to happen. As you can see, all your Series 1 vehicles are going to fit inside the recognizer. And then all you have to do is snap it shut, and you've got a nice carrying case for carrying them around. You can see it's translucent, so you still know which toys are in which part of the toy. So overall, it's actually a very nice carrying case. And finally, we have the Light Cycle Pursuit Set. This is a piece of track and 2 light cycles, and these sculpts of light cycles still have a little bit of light wall on the back of them. But basically, here's how it works. You have this launcher, you have these long pieces of track that you assemble together, and then you have the collision point at the end. And here's how it works. It's supposed to be kind of like a game. You take your 2 light cycles and you click them into place. Once they're secure, you press the round circle buttons to launch them. When they get to the end, they crash, and one of them is considered the winner. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but basically what's supposed to happen is the first one through sets off a trap door, which causes the other one to crash. But it doesn't always work. A lot of times the orange one didn't want to set off the trap door for the blue one, so the blue one still set off the trap door for the red one. Regardless, though, it's still a fun little diversion. Now, I admit that I'm a little bit biased when it comes to Tron, and I'm probably going to buy everything related to Tron and Tron Legacy as it stands. But you have to admit that a lot of these are really fun and really cool. Hot Wheels collectors will no doubt want to buy all of these cars and motorcycles. And for the rest of you, hey, these things are cheap. So when you're out buying some other toys, just grab one or two. I think you'll enjoy them.
Alright guys, welcome to the Fan Corner.
Fan corner.
We've got a whole bunch of forum questions, Dave.
Yay.
You ready to answer them?
Sure, why not?
It would help if I had the actual fan questions here, and not the It Figures podcast news stuff.
Blooper reel.
Cut!
Keep it going, keep it going.
We got this, we're gonna save it.
Just make some questions up.
We can totally salvage this.
I'm hearing in the microphone, keep going. Okay, keep going.
Alright. I knew we needed some bloopers, so I did that
Yeah.
on purpose.
Yeah, not because you're a total dickhead, but because...
Not because I'm a total DH. I did it on purpose because we need bloopers for the pending DVD release, apparently. Oh, God.
That wasn't even a good blooper.
Yeah, it was a real one.
It was, yeah.
That was a technical difficulty.
Technical difficulties. Alright, we good? Are you still rolling?
Yeah, but let's go.
Okay, let's... Got it. Good, yeah, we're good. Alright, guys, welcome to the Fan Corner.
Fan corner.
Fan Corner. We got a whole bunch of new forum questions, Dave.
Huzzah.
You ready?
Sure, why not?
Alright. So the first question comes from forum member Primate10, who says, what are your thoughts on the Mattel WWE figures as opposed to the Jakks Pacific figures? I assume you don't really have a...
The only one I have is
opinion
that
on this
horrible Triple H that you pull the arm back and he swings.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, that one makes the Jakks figures look pretty good in comparison.
You know, I really do like the Mattel stuff, but the Jakks stuff was really good too, so it's almost hard to compare it. I've got a few of the Jakks figures still, and I have a few of the new Mattel ones, but I don't really collect them a lot, so I haven't got a lot of the stuff. But I think the thing I really like on the new Mattel figures are actually like the Legends stuff that they're coming out with. I really like the Legends figures, but I don't know. I've seen a lot of people who are upset about the change because they were really, the people who were like really invested in collecting Jakks
well, that
stuff,
always happens, yeah.
you know, got upset at the change of you know, figure molds and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know. I like what Mattel's doing.
Yeah, Mattel usually does a good job.
I think it was time for a change anyway. Jakks had the license for years and years and years, so it's kind of cool to see something fresh in the stores. Oh. All right, next one is from Herman again, who says, Dave, what hero and villain do you wish Hasbro would have included in the G.I. Joe 25th anniversary line? Whether it be characters we missed out on entirely or existing figures in certain appearances. For example, for me, it was CoverGirl and the Crimson Guard Immortal.
Well, they were doing a lot of the cartoon-based figures, and I would have loved a Cold Slither box set of the Dreadnought band when they did their Hypnotic, you know. That would have been an awesome one to have. Heroes, Mercer. Mercer is my favorite G.I. Joe. They almost did him. They had a 5-pack of Vipers that was supposed to be at Toys R Us, and one of them had a removable helmet, and he was supposed to be Mercer, and it got canceled for Rise of Cobra.
Of course it did.
So Mercer and like the Cold Slither box set.
Sweet. All right, and then a second question says, Dan, the old Masters of the Universe line had some toys that never made it to North America. Did you ever get the old Titus or any of the others? Short answer, no. I don't have any of those. I don't have Titus. I don't have Megator. Any of the stuff that came out, like Laser Power He-Man, Laser Light Skeletor. I don't have any of those.
You could have had that Skeletor.
I could have ganked Superfan Dan
if you hadn't had ethics.
If I didn't just send it back to him. Yeah, I am actually going to be doing a review of the Laser Light Skeletor that our good friend Superfan Ben let me borrow. But that's the closest I've ever come to even... That's the first time I'd ever seen one of those in person. I touched it. Yeah, other than that, I've never actually seen a Titus. I've never seen a Megator. Never seen any of those. They are really, really hard to get a hold of. All right, next question comes from Lucky, who says, if Mattel got the Filmation rights for characters seen in the 80s, for the He-Man and She-Ra cartoons, which characters would you want to see in Masters of the Universe Classic style? I think the obvious would be Shadow Weaver. I think if Shadow Weaver wasn't the first one that they made when they got the rights, there would be a riot. So we'll go with Shadow Weaver. But some of the other characters, like I would like to see a Filmation-style Count Marzo. I would like to see Shakoti. I would like to see Lizard Man. Just some of those cool little side characters and villains that made appearances. Was it Batros? I think was one of the... Yeah, that stuff like that would be really cool to see. But absolutely a Shadow Weaver. Absolutely. There's like no doubt in my mind. Do you have an opinion on that one, Dave?
Absolutely Shadow Weaver.
Okay,
absolutely.
Right. Absolutely Shadow Weaver.
He's my favorite He-Mans.
He's your favorite He-Mans. Shadow Weaver's a chick.
Sure.
Okay.
Why wouldn't she be?
Cause
I love that show.
You do love it.
I love Brave Star. It's my favorite.
Brave Star. All right, the next question's from Supreme Horde, who says, "What it do, fellas? Long-time viewer, first-time writer. First off, I must say that I love the new format that you guys have for the new show.
Aw, thank you.
Dirt's Newsdesk is pure gold. I truly think you guys have a winner for the new format." Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Thank you. Next question.
Now on to his question.
Oh.
He's got two of them here. One for you and one for me again.
See, that's why he was nice at the beginning,
So-
because he knows that we're like over this whole multi-question thing.
So he says, "Dan, in the chance that something ever happened to your favorite Masters figure, Mosquitor, and the only way you could ever get a replacement would be by trading another Masters figure, which one would you trade?" So, like, I could just choose any figure I want to get rid of. I can get a new Mosquitor. I'd probably get rid of, like, Zodak or something.
Nobody loves the Zodak.
Somebody that I don't care about too much. Like, Zodak's okay, but if I have to get rid of him to get a new Mosquitor, whatever. See ya, Zodak. You're out of here, dude. Okay, so he's actually asking you the same question, but for G.I. Joes. If you lost your favorite G.I. Joe figure and the only way you can get a new one.
That's almost easier with G.I. Joes, because there was so many of them. I was trying to, like, think of just, like, which one I would pick to get rid of.
Yeah.
Probably either Cross Country or Skidmark from the Vintage line. Both of them are drivers, but
I think you got to put a harder stipulation on that, because that's
yeah, that was real easy for the Joes.
It's not too hard for us to just go, oh, whatever, that guy over there.
That guy over there.
All right. Then he writes, "Keep rocking the show, all of you. Here's to a Matty Collector exclusive, that new Toy Smell 3-pack of you guys." Yeah, it could happen.
It could work.
You never know. All right. Last question is from Count Marzo, who says, "I have a quick question for Pixel Dan. Who are your favorite GoBot characters, not counting your precious Rock Lords?" I don't have any, not counting the precious Rock Lords.
I like the Scooter.
The Scooter. What is the Scooter's name?
Isn't it just Scooter?
Yep. Just Scooter.
Him. The Scooter guy.
Actually, I really do like Psykill. And I had Psykill as a kid, and he's one of the figures I still would like to get again.
Yeah.
But haven't yet. I really like Psykill, and I had a Leader 1, too, and I liked Leader 1. So, and I don't remember his name. It might just be Top Hat. But there's totally, like, the guy who's got the little... He looks like the little proper GoBot with the top hat on his head. He is freaking cool. Yeah. I don't know exactly. It might be. I'm terrible with the names on them, so... But, yeah, I'll go with Psykill, because he's the man. But the Rock Lords are better than all of them, so... All right, well, that's all the questions for this week. So, hey, guys, you got your own questions you want to ask us, you got some fan art you want to send us, then you need to head on over to popculturenetwork.com and register for our forums. It's free to do so, and there's lots of great people over there to chat with about all kinds of geeky stuff like toys and video games and comic books and movies. All that good stuff is going on there. So make sure you check out the forums. And while you're there, also check out the store, the Pop Culture Network store. You can get to it right from the front page of the site. You can buy all kinds of fantastic things like G.I. Joe Pursuit of Cobra and Skeleton Warriors and Robot Chicken and Savage Mondo Blitzers. We got a ton of things in stock here at the store. So if you guys like what we're doing, best way to support us, check out our store. So we're going to give a shout-out.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to give a shout-out to our friend over at Geekcast Radio, TFG1 Mike. It is his birthday, and so he shamelessly wrote in and asked us to wish him a happy birthday on the show. So here you go, punk. Yeah. Happy birthday,
happy
TFG1
birthday,
Mike.
Mike. That is your real name.
Also, just wanted to go ahead and plug again that coming soon is the Geekcast Radio Network and Pop Culture Network's combined effort to list the top 100 animated cartoons of all time. Woohoo! So stay posted to the site for that, as we will be posting it once it's done. And also, guys, as this show is posted right now, New York Toy Fair is about to start. New York Toy Fair 2011. Myself and Killen and Rob Bass and Ito are all in New York covering the event. So if you guys want to see the latest videos and photos and news updates from New York Toy Fair, make sure you guys are checking out popculturenetwork.com on a daily basis. You can also follow us on Twitter at popculturenet. So make sure you guys are doing that as well for all of the most recent updates. So don't want to stay out of the loop. You got to know about all those new Thundercats, right? You got to know about the new G.I. Joe stuff, the new Masters of the Universe classics. Best way to do it, follow us on popculturenetwork.com.
Yeah, this is it. The toy year starts now.
Toy year starts now. That's right. We're going to see all the cool stuff coming out for the next year. So, all right, well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode of That New Toy Smell. So until next Saturday, I'm Pixel Dan.
I'm Flava Dave.
We'll see you guys then.